All right, Chicago, we are back. Man, it's time for us to head into the year one offseason with your Chicago Blackhawks after a disappointing 4-game sweep in round one to the St. Louis Blues. You know, at the beginning of the last video, before we started game number one, I said the year was a successful one because we got the Blackhawks back into the playoffs. We held on to the veterans that helped bring 3 Stanley Cups to Chicago. And, you know, we brought in some draft picks, brought in some younger players. I thought it was a great year. But then after a 4-game sweep, I mean, now look at it. We didn't get a single win in the playoffs. And our first rounder, you know, it was a draft lottery eligible pick if we missed the playoffs. We made the playoffs, but didn't record a single win. So not only did we lose out on the draft front, we lost out on the Stanley Cup front, and it just feels like a tweener year, you know? It's rough, man. Made the playoffs, but I really think that this game's real-time simulation, it's going to be less random. And on paper, the St. Louis Blues, they just had us covered. So what we're going to do, I already showed you guys the playoff stats. Our AHL affiliate, are they in the... Hang on a second here. Regular season has ended. It's still showing the NHL. Hang on. Will that switch? That should switch if I switch to the AHL. I guess not. I don't think our team... Yeah, it still says the calendar has ended. Well, you know what? Let me just skip ahead here, see if our AHL squad is in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they're not. We didn't have anyone playing in the AHL this season. Let me just simulate up a day. No, they do not. They have not made the playoffs. So we'll just sim to the draft. And while it's simulating, we can talk about what I want to accomplish in the draft. So I was reading some comments. The veterans, it's tough to say. A lot of people think that we can come back next year and try it again. But at the same time, after the 4-game sweep, it's I know free agency is available, and usually in year number one, there's a few guys that you could pick up. I'm just so afraid of a guy like Brent Seabrook dropping off, Duncan Keith dropping off, Corey Crawford dropping off, because they still have that salary, they still have the years left, and then you really can't trade them. I'd love to get some trade value for them, go into free agency, pick up some players. You know, we tried to win the Stanley Cup this year with the veterans. It didn't work out. Are we going to try it again? I don't know if that's a smart play. So Central Scouting Rankings, yeah, we're going to get to the scouting report when we get to the draft. I want to take a deep look on who's available. The 4th round is going to be a big one for us because I think we have 4 first, not 4 first, that'd be great. 4 fourth round picks. So what is that? 30, 60, 90, 120. Yeah, so between 90 and 120, we want to see who's available there. So the Stanley Cup champions in year number 1. The cup is going back north of the border. Congratulations, the Winnipeg Jets. All right, so very good. So the cup is not only going north of the border, but it's also going back to the Western Conference. 2 years in Pittsburgh, 1 year in Washington, and now it goes back. When was the last time before Pittsburgh? Chicago, right? Chicago, yeah. Chicago. So here are the draft lottery results. You got Minnesota, the Islanders, Colorado. Oh my God, look at Colorado. I told you, Ottawa. You know what? Ottawa's having a decent year, but this is what you're going to see. Colorado's also having a decent year. That freaking first line. We're talking real NHL now, but could you imagine at this year's NHL draft, they get 3rd and 4th. New Jersey 5th, Los Angeles 6th, Buffalo. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh my fucking God, you've got Minnesota! Minnesota won the draft lottery! For fuck's sake, no way! Are you kidding me? Oh my God, you know what? The voodoo, the freaking voodoo, the voodoo got to me once again. I thought at the end of the last video, not the end of the last video, the end of the video before that when we made the playoffs, I thought the voodoo was favoring me. It's like, okay, his first franchise mode of NHL 19, get him back into the playoffs, so at least he can go on a playoff run with these veteran Chicago Blackhawk players. It was all setting up great, right? We make it into the playoffs. The Minnesota Wild go 1-7-2 in their last 10. We make the playoffs by 1 point. They miss the playoffs. We don't get a friggin' win in the playoffs, and they end up winning the draft lottery. That pick should be ours. Holy fuck. Oh, the voodoo, boys, the freaking voodoo. So, okay, I take it back what I said about a tweener year. It's a horrible year. I went from missing the playoffs and getting the first overall pick to making the playoffs and not getting a single win, and now being pushed back to 16th or 17th or 18th overall. Holy shit. The Minnesota Wild. So you know what? That's actually not that bad for the Wild because they're not going to win the cup if they just make it into the playoffs. They miss the playoffs, but they get themselves the first over. I can't fucking believe that, man. Oh, the voodoo. I thought it was shining upon me. No, it's shitting all over me. Central Scouting has released their blah, blah, blah. I'm not even in the mood to read right now. Can you fucking believe that? Man, Minnesota keeps on winning the first overall pick in my damn GM mode commentaries. What is this? Players have retired. Yeah, I might as well take a look at this. They've added a really cool feature in this game for retired players. Retired players now, some of them come back and you can sign them as scouts. So that's really cool. So point-wise, Scotty Hartnell down. Martin Erat. Oh, Erat. Remember that trade? Erat to Washington in exchange for Philip Forsberg. Derek Roy, McCallick, Franzen, Roosevelt, Kevin Biesca, David Clarkson. Get the hell out of the NHL. All right, so do we have anyone who... Hang on a second. Do we have anyone that we lost? I don't think so. Chicago. There's no way like Brent Seabrook or Corey Crawford has retired just yet. So no. Retired players that are now a scout. David Clarkson and Kevin Bieksa. All right, so Bieksa went to the Toronto Maple Leafs and David Clarkson. Oh no, they probably haven't gone to those teams. It's just the teams that they're with right now. David Clarkson as a scout. Who the hell would take his word on a player coming up? Not me. Pro Scout on the line. I highly recommend you update your trading block before the draft. Yes, I have to do that. In fact, that's the first thing I'm going to do. So, yeah, I want to do that right now so I don't forget trading block, because there's going to be a few players on this team that I want to float out there. So, Borwicki, no. My draft picks, hell no. Let me just get rid of... I don't necessarily want players. I think free agency is going to be a good one. We can get to free agency, and then we can decide if we're going to make any trades. I don't think the trades should happen right now. I'm not moving up in the draft, unless there's somebody, like what do we get drafting? Like 17, 18? If there's somebody that we know that's fully scouted at 14, maybe I'll move up to that. But the point that I'm trying to make, we're not moving up to a top 5. I don't have the trade value to do that. We got to work the other way. We got to try to add assets, not obtain quality assets for quantity. That's not going to work for us. So all skaters, the trading block. What was I doing here? Shit, I was busy talking. All right. It's early. I already had my caffeine to wake me up. Come on now. All right, so let me just go to salary right here. So we got Brent Seabrook. I want to add him to the trading block just to see what comes back our way. Who else do we got? Seabrook, Sod. That's weird. I'm trying to sort by salary, yet the two $10 million players go down there to the bottom. All right. Sod, Keith, Kruger. Kruger's only got 1 year left. Ruta, Yarncroc. No, we're good there. Gustafson. Yeah, I think the big one right now is Seabrook. Crawford, I don't think will be a problem to trade at 88 overall. $6 million goalie, I think you could trade him at 83, 84 overall without retaining salary. So I won't worry about Crawford. I want to see what I can get back for Brent Seabrook, okay? I'm also not the surplus, my desires. I got my wants. Okay, I already want all the draft picks. Perfect. So that is the trading block taken care of. Brent Seabrook is there. Next up, let's do a review of the Year 1 Stanley Cup playoffs, all the awards, the playoff tree, all that good stuff. So the Year 1 Stanley Cup champs, the Winnipeg Jets. Congratulations, Winnipeg. And that team is still young, man. The Tampa Bay Lightning won the President's Trophy. You got Winnipeg and Pittsburgh in the final for... the for the third time in 4 years, the Pittsburgh Penguins make the Stanley Cup final. So Crosby has now been to the Cup final, 5 times? Not too shabby, man. All right, that is team awards. Let's go to player awards. Art Ross goes to Geno Malkin. Hart Memorial, most valuable player, Geno Malkin. James Norris goes to John Klingberg. Lady Bing, feel the thrill, baby, way to play. Calder goes to Casey Middlestat. That's nice for them. Conn Smythe, Connor Hellebuck. Vezina, Andre Vasilevsky. William M. Jennings, Pekka Rinne, Bill Masterton, Josh Manson, Frank J. Selke, Jonathan Taveser. So that's really good news for us. We have the best defensive forward in the game on our team. So going forward, I really want to utilize that. Penalty kill, 5-on-5. We can trust him defensively. Ted Lindsay, Geno Malkin, so the third award for Geno, and Maurice Richard, who amasses the most goals in a season, Johnny T, John Tavares, baby. I like to see that. Really do. All right, so there are the awards. Let's just quickly take a look at the playoff tree. How do the playoffs unfold here? So we lost to the Blues, who then got swept by the Predators. My God. So after us, they didn't win another single game. So we got swept by a team that got swept to a team that got beaten 7. Jeez, man. And then that team won in the Stanley Cup Finals. Who else went far here? Pittsburgh, Game 7. Oh, man. Pittsburgh was just dead tired by the time the Cup Final came around. Game 7 against Columbus. Game 7 against Carolina. 6 games in the Conference Finals against the Young Leafs. And then they lose in 6 games to the Winnipeg Jets. All right, very good. So that's all taken care of. Now what we have to do is take a look at the draft class, all right? So the NHL entry draft is up next. I don't know exactly. Let me see. Assign scout. No, I don't need to assign the scout. View draft class. Yeah. All right, so I want to go over my strategies here. I've already taken a look at the draft class, and I know what I want to target. So this guy, like Will Stokes, medium franchise, Bloomqvist, a medium elite. You know, we're not moving up to a top 10 pick. We're just not. We just don't have the trade value. I'd have to trade draft picks and like a Buckfist or a Yokoharji. We're not doing that, right? So the players that I want to target, I'm going to sort by potential. Actually, no, first off, hang on. Is there any gems or busts? This is a new stat that you can look through. There's a bust right there, Keppinen. Is there any gems in this draft? Not a single gem. I didn't find a single gem. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I might have to do a better job scouting next season. I have to pay more attention to it. Potential. So I'm going to sort by potential right here. And I'm going to look at the central scouting ranking, okay? So we know where we're drafting somewhere after 15th, and then the 4th round is big. So it's sorted on medium potential, but we got to go down and find guys who are, 30 or over. Here we go. Jackson Kostopoulos. All right, so medium elites, and that's fully scouted, and he's supposed to go 83rd overall. So what is that, deep second round? Yeah, deep second round, so I could pick him up for sure. I might even want to pick him up with my first rounder just to be certain. But then we have guys like Nolan Foote. Only 2 bar for the medium elites, 28th overall. So these are the players that I want to be targeting. I want to take a chance with medium elite players because either they grow for the Blackhawks or they become big time trade assets where we can bring in ready to play talent. But we have to score big with some either low or medium elite talent. So all these guys, all right, medium elite 2 bar, medium elite 1 bar, all these guys who are deep in the draft, I want to try to uncover. So we're gonna go all the way down here. Yeah, all right. So how do I do this? Pin. Yeah. I want to keep these guys watched just so I know. So 159, you can see the CS ranking. 171, 159, 109, yeah, that's a good one. 106, yeah. 100, yeah. 89 Taves, 86 Eggenberger, Dunkley 80 or 62. Williams 35. 35 now is a little bit high up, but I'll still go for Kokkonen 30. And then Hernandez 21. Everyone else there, other than, Bellamy's 55. Markstrom's 47. Mealy's 36. Foote's 28. I'll grab him in there. And Kostopoulos. All right. So there's a bunch of players that I've just highlighted. What about these guys? Vukovic. 9th. I mean, 9th is a little bit high. Backer, it'll work. Martinson and Vukovic, 9 and 12. That's not going to work. So see all these guys that I've targeted? I want to be able to draft those guys and just take a chance on them, okay? So let me just go back to potential. Again, is there anyone that we know for a fact? Like somebody who's just a guarantee in this draft. Okay, so medium franchise. Not getting to get any of these guys. I know this is going to be a long video for drafting, boys. I have to take my time at this. So if you don't like micromanaging, this is not the video for you. Kostopoulos, so we can grab him. Foote. Is there anyone else deep? Like 81. Backer. Okay. See all these guys. So the only guy that I know for a fact is Kostopoulos. Is there anyone else that's a guarantee? Like a low. Here we go. Andronov. All right, low elite going 136. He's okay. That's good. I can actually take a look at their stats as well. No goals, no assists, but he was probably playing in Europe, and he's only like 50-something overall, so he got like no ice time. And then we also have Kay Adams, who had 18 goals, 26 assists in 65 games played. All right, and a sniper, low elites. Okay, what about medium top 6? There's a high top 6. That's not scouted. And then there's a bunch of medium top 6s here. Only a few that have been uncovered absolutely. Yeah, 4 bar. Okay. All right, so I think I want to target those 2 bar and 1 bar medium elite players and try to score. We're gonna see what happens here. View draft class, draft board. Let me go to the draft board here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Watch listed. Right. So here are all the watch listed players that we have. So now I believe I can always go back to my watch list just so I know who's getting selected and I don't lose any of these players. Projected picks. So Pick 17, right. So I have pick 17 in the first round, 17 in the second round, 20th in the third round, then the fourth round I got 4. Okay, beautiful. So between 90 and 120. So the first round, Ryan Suzuki, CS ranking is 15. Kirill Filatov, CS ranking is 16. And Yuri Sadikov, CS ranking is 14. Don't exactly know who I want to get. But that Kostopoulos guy, I don't know if the computer would actually pick him up earlier than, what was it, 83? That he was projected to go? I don't know. So, let me think. Let me just, am I not forgetting anything? Trading block is good. I've already taken a look at the draft. Free agents. Oh, pending free agents. Hang on, what's that? Is that a new option? I wouldn't take a look at this. Pending free agents. Is this, this is what I mean about free agency this year. We got Carlson, we got Pavelski, we got Stone, we got Werenski, we got Kyle Connor. A few of these guys are, hang on a second. Can we get, no, we can't take a look at UFA compared to RFA. Jordan Eberle, Eric Stahl, Duchesne, Provorov, Reinhardt, Zuccarello, Carlson, Theodore, all these guys. I mean, there's going to be a lot of them signed, don't get me wrong. But let's try to save some money going into the free agency. All right, so let us start up the Year 1 NHL entry draft and see if the Blackhawks can get a little lucky here, all right? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that just pisses me off. I'm looking at that. The Minnesota Wild with the first overall pick. Can you believe that? My goodness. So, they're going to go first. Let me go to offer trade. I just want to take a look at what I have and see what we could move around here. All right, so goaltenders. Let's start on the back end. So I got Crawford. No point in trading Crawford right now. He's definitely trade bait come free agency. That will not be an issue. Okay, defenseman. Duncan Keith we can hold on to. Brent Seabrook I'd like to trade right now because there are some players that other teams won't accept because of too high salary. However, if you put that player on the trading block and the team comes to you for that player, you sometimes can get rid of them. So if a team wants to take Brent Seabrook off my hands, I might go through with it here, boys. I can keep Crawford, I can keep Keith, Taves, and Kane, but Seabrook is just not working out. Ruta, don't worry about that. Borowicki, I could always trade Borowicki just to free up that 1.2. Same thing with Gustafsson, I can trade that 1.2. We do need some depth players, but free agency, we could always find those. And then forwards, Patty Kane, Taves, Schmaltz, DeBrincat, Saad, Yarncroc, Lepsic. Let me just sort by salary. Kruger is gone after this year, Yarncroc, and yeah. So salary-wise, we're good. I mean, it's just Keith, Crawford, and Seabrook, basically. I've already got all the other contracts off the team. So, yeah, we should be good for free agency. I'm not moving up in the draft. I know I'm not moving up in the draft. I'll show you guys what we have for value and why I'm not parting ways with it. So you have the 17th, not a lot of value right there, right? I'll throw it in there just to show you guys. And then on top of that, what else could we throw into this deal? I'll show you. The value for our players, every single one of them are players that you want to hold on to, all right? So Kane, want to hold on to. Bachfist, want to hold on to. Taves, hold on to. Duncan Keith, holding on to. DeBrincat, Schmaltz, Yokoharju, Bedwin, Saad, and then you're down to a trade value that's not going to do anything. So you guys can see that we'd really have to overextend to move up to the top 10. Not doing, all right? So we're going to take that off the board. Yeah, let us just simulate all the way to our pick. We have the, what are we? We're at the 17th. Yeah, the 17th position. So let's sim to user pick and see what happens here, all right? So Suzuki got taken by Boston. Oh my God, right. I forgot about this. Usually when I play my own GM modes, I don't have the fog of war on for rookies when they come in. Look at this now. So not only do I not know these players before the draft, but even when they've become drafted, I don't know their overall, and I don't even know their potential. Look at this guy, Sadikov. Unknown potential, unknown overall. Eesh, interesting. Interesting. So I guess I have to continue to scout the CHL and the NHL and the AHL to uncover these players. Shit, man. So Will Stokes goes to the Minnesota Wild, medium franchise defenseman. We could have had a medium franchise oh my goodness gracious. Bloomquist goes to the New York Islanders, medium elite center playmaker. There you go, Barzell and Bloomquist now. That's a nice 1-2 combo. Obergauer, left wing sniper, and Yandel, oh my God, a defenseman. So they got a sniper and a defenseman now with Nathan McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landy. Kako goes to the New Jersey Devils, right wing medium elite. Krebs, left wing two-way forward, medium elite goes to the LA Kings. Bram, medium elite goes to the Buffalo Sabres. Vukovic, medium elite goes to the Calgary Flames. Kirby Dak goes to the Philadelphia Flyers, medium elite. Voloshenko, medium top 6, and then we're down to the player's potential that is not fully uncovered, all right? So, interesting. Okay, whoa, 134 left. Hang on. Call a timeout. Let's just call a timeout here and make sure we're not in any trouble. There you go, 6 minutes. Now, again, I want to give you guys a warning. I'm going to take my sweet-ass time with this. I'm not going to use any power of video editing. I want you guys to be able to see exactly what it looks like in year number 1 here, all right? So, we have the 17th overall pick. Let's take a look at the draft class. What's available? Okay. So the next guy, it's the CS ranking. The next guy up is Matthew Robertson, but we don't have him uncovered at all. His medium potential, I mean, look at that. His point-wise, I mean, 45 assists, 7 goals in 68 games played. But when you actually think about it, the Chicago Blackhawks, we do not need prospect defensemen. We need forwards. We already have Jokiharju. We have Buckfist. We have what was his name? Bedwin. We have Duncan Keith, who can still play for a few years. We have free agency coming up. We need depth up front. Our third and fourth line is just not there. And when you saw what St. Louis brought, I mean, we need to get some depth. So Robertson, it's just too much of a gamble. I don't know. O'Reilly, too much of a gamble. I don't know. Poulin, too much of a gamble. All these guys are gambles. So, oh man, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? See, I mean, even Viking stat, it's too much of a gamble because it's only 3-bar medium top 6, and I want to try to get someone good now. Vorbev, medium top 4, but I don't need defensemen. I need forwards, so that's not going to work. Medium top 4, medium top 6. Here you go. Kagorodov. Medium top 6. Take a look at his stats. 50 games played, 7 goals, 5 assists. Usually the Europeans, because they're playing in a men's league. You know, they're only like 50-something overall. They only play fourth-line minutes. Not too many points there, so it's not something overwhelming where it's going to make me choose. You have Nolan Foote, who is a grinder here. 48 penalty minutes. Yeah. But again, it's only 2-bar medium elite. That would suck if it was like a medium top 9 forward. I don't need that happening. Oh, man, there's just nothing. Yeah, you know what I should have done? I think I made a mistake when it came to scouting. I should have scouted the top 30 more. Maybe assigned a scout to a specific player, because I don't have anything here. Mealy, all right. Adams. Oh, okay. Adams is that sniper again, right? 65 games played, 18 goals, 26 assists. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's all these other... Right. I should show you guys this. So his strengths, goal scoring, pro release, offensive instincts. Weakness is character. His shooting potential is A-, so he's going to have a great shot. Some concerns if he could handle a professional environment. Does care about winning. All right. He's from the United States of America. He's only 17 years of age. If I take a look at his advanced stats, how many shots? 232. I like that. 232 shots. That's a lot of shots. And we know that people who shoot get goals. If we could just get that shooting percentage above 10, he'll be scoring a lot more goals. And they said that his shooting was A-. Does it show? Doesn't show takeaways and block shots for the younger players. Kurt Adams. Okay, I'm taking my time with this, boys. I'm thinking out loud. The only reason Kurt Adams pops out at me is because there's no one above that who is a guarantee elite player. Nothing. There's some guaranteed top 9s. There's some guaranteed medium top 6s and top 4s, but I want the elites. I want trade value or players who can grow, and nothing else other than this guy. I don't want to take a chance. This guy. And we need a sniper. I've been saying it. We need goal scoring up front. Adams. And he's American, so you can play him in the AHL right away. I mean, we're Chicago. We're in the United States of America. Strength of competition, C-. Oh, man. Okay, let me think. Is there anyone else below that? Top 9 forward. I don't have enough medium elites. Let me sort by potential. I got 3 minutes left. Let me just sort by potential. Kostopoulos. Kostopoulos is going 83rd, so I think I can grab him in like the second round. It would suck if the computer got him, but I think we'll be okay. I can grab him in the second round. And then everyone else is the 2-bar elite, so I don't even have a guarantee there. And then I have these two guys. I can get Andronov. He's at 136. I can get him way later. Yeah, Adams might be the best bet right here. He's the sniper. He's the forward that I need. He can play. He can play in the AHL. And he's got that great shot. And he's got the advanced analytics that I like. Okay, let me go back to the CS rank. I'm thinking, boys. I'm thinking. A 17. So I'm at 17. And when is he going to go? He's going to go all the way down here. Where is he? He's all the way down here at 38. Okay, see, you know what? I just thought I could trade down. I could trade down because that's the kind, yeah, you know what? We need to acquire assets. So I could turn that first into like I could trade, hang on a second. Let me go to the end of the first round here. Let me get another timeout. Let me get another timeout in here. This is a big pick. This is a big moment. I don't want to mess this up. We already got screwed by the Voodoo from the Minnesota Wild. I don't want to screw this up. So the Winnipeg Jets. Let's see. Is there anyone available to trade? They want to give up their draft pick. Okay. Now they probably don't want our draft pick. If they're willing to give up their first. Yeah, they don't want ours, but that's okay because they are willing to give up theirs, and the trade value is still in their favor. Now, if I'm going to get that back, can I get another piece of the puzzle here? I would want a player with good overall, with decent potential, with low trade value. So, like someone like Josh Morrissey would be nice, but if I added that in, nah, it's way too much value. So something like that is just a little bit too much value. We're not going to be able to drop back a few places and pick up a roster player like that. So that trade value is too much, but here we go. Perot, 31, 4 mil. No, I don't need that. Ward. Roslovich. And the trade value is a little bit much. Cop, 79. I'd rather a draft pick. Lowry. Nah, Deals. I want someone who's like lower 20s. Patton, 24 is a little bit much. Morrow. Jokinen, Georges, Marco Dano, but he's low top 9. No, that doesn't work. No, it doesn't look like they got anyone that I'd be interested in. Hang on. This guy would be great. Ooh, hang on a second. Niku. The only thing I don't like about them, he's a defenseman. We already have medium top 4 defensemen. Anything else? No, that doesn't work out. Stanley, he was another medium top 4, but no. All right, so the Winnipeg Jets don't work out. Hang on. Exit trading. Well, they kind of work out. I could always still just move back and get another draft pick, but let me just see if I can find a player here. This is what I mean about needing to bring in quantity, not just quality. We got to get some players. All right, so the Islanders, they don't want to give up their pick, which means they probably want ours, so it works both ways, yeah. All right, so they want ours, but they don't want to give up theirs. The Islanders are a young, well, actually, yeah, they're a young team because they must have had the, who went to the Cup final against it was the Pittsburgh Penguins. So the Islanders must have the Penguins pick. That's why they're drafting here. Yeah, they're not going to want to give up any young player like Pulag Beauvillier, like this guy, low top 6. This would be nice. Let's see, but they don't want to give him up, and that trade value, no, that won't go through. No, that won't work. All right, so the Islanders were, you know what? Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay. Nashville. If I go to the second, when was what was his name? Adams. When was he going again? View draft class. If I go to the second round draft picks are going to have even less value to them, so I can get more back. When was he going? Hang on a second here, boys. I know I'm taking a long time here, but I have got to work this out. This is a big time day for the general manager of the Chicago Blackhawks. Kurt Adams. He's supposed to go 38, so I don't want to, get him all the way back at 38. I'll go for something like 30, 31, 32. 31, 32. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the second round. All right, and up first, the Ottawa Senators. All right, so let's see if we can get a trade from the Ottawa Senators here. They want to give up their second. Good. So that trade value is it's not gonna be too hard to grab. And they okay, this might be the team. It's the 32nd overall pick, so we should be within 6 picks of Adams. They want our 17th, and they want to give up their second. So both trades here are in our favor. This is good. What else could we get? From these guys? I could get 2 seconds. All right, let me just add that in. What about next year? They want to give up any... They don't want to give up any first. That would be nice if I get some first, but that trade value is a little bit much. So let me just add in the 2 seconds. Yeah, that could work. Drop down and get a 2 seconds, but what about forwards? Hang on, let me just throw them all in there. All skaters. Let me see here. Overall. All right, so Mark Stone, no. Matt Duchene, that would be nice in Chicago. I think that would be a great fit for a second-line center. But, no, trade value, and he's going to UFA. Might be able to pick him up in UFA. Thomas Chabot, oh, man, geez. Talk about replacing Carlson. Look at that overall and that value. Bobby Ryan. Now, Bobby Ryan would be nice to pick up if he had, like, less than 4 years. If it was, like, 2 years left, I'd pick him up. Because that would help the trade value go go our direction even more. They'd probably want to give up that $7.25 million so we can make the trade in our favor even that much more. But I don't want to, we have free agency coming. I'm not taking on that contract. What do they have here? Dzingel, Bodker, Carey, CC, Smith. You know what? Let me search by potential. Ottawa being a young team, I don't know if they're going to want to, like, Formenton. This guy's trade value hasn't even been uncovered. Mark Stone, Batherson. We know these trade values are too much. We had the same problem with the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? So if I take away that second, not the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah, that's too much. So any kind of player with that kind of trade value, we're going to have to get someone a little bit less. There's got to be somebody. Batherson, Chiplik, no. Pajot would be decent, but nah. Let me see Pajot. Hang on a second, because I like his age. I like his contract, and he's a center. I think Pajot has simulated good for me in the past. Hang on. He only played 9 games this year, -5. Ottawa really didn't play him. What'd he do? Yeah, like he takes the puck away more than he gives it away. He's like a defensive center playmaker. It's weird. Do I have his stats uncovered? Hang on. Do I have his stats uncovered? Yes, I do. 3-star. Oh, yeah. Faceoffs is 81. Offensive awareness. Oh, yeah. This would be a good, like, third or fourth line center for us. Penalty killer. And look at that trade value. And I can definitely afford $3 million because I'll be getting rid of some players. So, you know what? I'm going to throw Pajot in there. All right, Pajot. And, yeah, I'll try to get that second. See if we can make that go through. So, yeah, there you go. All right, now let's see. Is there any players that they would want to make this go through a little bit easier? Scouting or skaters matching the block. Let me just trade value. Kane, Bachfist, not trade away any of these guys. Sod, Ruta. All right, Ruta. Now only 1 year left. That's not going to work out. 4 years. Yarncroc. No, you're not going anywhere. Hayden, Kruger, 1 year left. Camp Martinson, 1 year left. No, it doesn't look like anyone. Can I get rid of what was it? There was 2 players at 1.2 mil. Fuck, who were they? Gustafson and Borowicki. Yeah, can I get rid of these 2 guys? Would they want them? Or was that too many players? I'll give him Borowicki back. Do you want Borowicki back? Take that contract off my head. So we are dropping back from 17th to 32nd, also picking up the 47th overall pick and a third or fourth line center for us. That only has 1 year left at just over $3 million. $3 million. So we're getting a few assets here. Will it go through? Trade rejected. Okay, so that's not going to work. Borowicki probably won't be able to get that second. It looks like it's pretty close. Maybe I'll just have to settle for that third, though. Hang on. The trade value looks pretty close. So let me go for that third rounder, all right? So a second, a third rounder, and Pajot. Will it go through? Trade accepted. I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Ottawa Senators, and we consider it a done deal. All right, so trade number 1. I want you guys to chime in. What do you think about that? We traded back, got a second for that first, also picked up another third, and we picked up a bottom 6 center in Pajot right there. I think that is a decent one. All right, so now we're going to have to figure out who we missed out on. But here's the thing. We can't actually tell who we missed out on because we're not going to know their overall and their potential. So sim to user pick. Let's see. Hopefully no one steals my player. Maybe imagine if the computer actually friggin' drafts by potential now instead. That'll be rough. So where is he? 17th. What did I pass it? Yes, I did. 17. There you go. So the Ottawa Senators decided to go with the 2-way defender, Matthew Robertson. So they move up in the draft. They get their hands on another defenseman. We're going to have to wait and see how good that guy actually is. Medium top 6, medium elites, but remember, it's only 1 bar, so you don't know. I didn't miss out on anyone other than medium top 6s and some medium top 4s. All right, Nolan Foote might have been, but he was a grinder. We can get away with that. And now we have our draft pick. Okay, so let me just call another timeout. Taking my time here, boys. We are taking our sweet-ass time. Offer trade. Let me go back to the offer trade. I want to see what I have. And we'll just go from there. So my draft picks. All right, draft picks. We have a second, third, fourth. All right, good. All skaters now. Now, I might... Let me see. No one has offered anything for Brent Seabrook just yet. Let me see what teams would be interested in picking him up. Winnipeg, no, if I'm going to trade him, I'm trading him to the Eastern Conference to a team that is, there you go, the Toronto Maple Leafs. That would be good, but the updated features in this game, they're just going to say that we have a few pending RFAs that we got to give money to. Marner and Matthews, they're not going to be able to afford Seabrook. Philadelphia, no. Was that? No. I got to find a team that wants Seabrook and that can afford him. Nashville, yeah, but they're going to be the same thing as Toronto. Minnesota, no. LA, no. The Panthers might be able to get Brent Seabrook. Hang on. It's their old, not GM, their old, who was it the GM? Who's now the GM for Florida that used to be with Chicago? Something like that. The president or something. Let's try to get a draft pick out of it, like a first rounder for next year. I just want to see what they say for this. Trade rejected. Okay, so if that's not going through, let me try to get a second and a third. I can always reflip these come free agency. I just want to see if I can just get that contract off my team. Seabrook can go and retire in sunny Florida. All right, so a second and a third for Seabrook. Okay, I'll just need to sweeten the value just a touch. They may be interested in this. So they want a second and a third from next season. All right, so I'll give them that, but I'll also add in a fourth for next season from us. All right, will this go through? Trade accepted. I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Florida Panthers, and we consider it a done deal. So it was tough to do, boys, but I had to get Brent Seabrook off the team. Free agency is coming up, and now we have just freed up $7 million. Remember, I just brought in Pajot, who was at $3 million. I want to go into free agency with some money, and we're going to hold on to the other guys. But Seabrook, thank you very much for your time served here with Chicago. The 3 Stanley Cups was absolutely fantastic, but we have to move on. We gave you guys a chance again to do it this year, but the time has passed, and now he can go and teach some young guys like Aaron Ekblad how to play. So Seabrook fills out their top 4 quite nicely, and 6 years left at almost $7 million. They wanted him, so I gave it to him. All right, now we also picked up, what was it? We picked up a second and a third from next season from the Florida Panthers, and I can always use those 2 assets in a trade around the free agency, along with Corey Crawford, if we need to get a player, okay? So those are trade assets, and if anything, just draft picks for next season. Okay, so that's that done. Now, let us figure out who we are selecting with our first overall pick here. Well, it's not even our first rounder. Our first pick in year number 1. It's actually a second rounder. All right, so I'm going to make the pick. 5 minutes left. So we know we have 2 seconds. Then a third. Let me just see the players that I want here. We're going after that Adams guy. I know that. That's going to be our first one. So Kostopoulos is going 83rd. I'm going to take Kostopoulos with my second pick. I don't want any shenanigans. I don't want a team to pick him up. He's mine. Okay, I'm grabbing Kostopoulos. And he's American, and he's a 2-way forward. Let me take a look at his stats here. All right, 42 games played, only 6 points. But that's interesting. He must be a lot worse than Adams already, because, you know what? Never mind, I take it back. He's being treated as a 4th liner with no power play or penalty kill time. Look at his time on ice, only 11 minutes. He's not getting any ice time out there, and he's a +5. So you know what? Jackson Kostopoulos can be the 2-way forward, and what's his name? What's his name down here? Adams. What was his name? Kevin Adams? Kurt Adams. Kurt Adams could be the sniper. So we're bringing in 2 Americans here. All right, so let's make our pick. Well, I was already in the make the pick screen. Hang on a second. Hang on. Doing my due diligence here, boys. All right, so top 9, medium top 9, medium top 9. Kurt Adams, low elite. It's going to suck if Matthew Robertson was a lot better than this, but I'm going for it. All right, boys? There it is. Kurt Adams. Low elite. Oh, man, I don't even know his overall. How do you figure out his overall? Does it just pop up, or do I have to scout my own players? Or is it preseason? How does that work? Shit. All right, sim options, sim to a user pick. Let's get to our next pick. All right, the Chicago Blackhawks or the Detroit Red Wings are offering me a second rounder in this year, 54, for my 48th, and also a 4th rounder for next season. Yeah, you know what? I'll accept that because I'm using my second. I'm using it to get Kostopoulos, who's in the 80s, right? So I'll just pick up a free 4th here. Yeah, I'll accept that deal. Sure. There you go. Pick up a free 4th for next season. All right, so that is that. Make pick. All right, so this is round 2, pick 23. This is the pick that Detroit just traded us. Drop back a little bit further here. All right, so I'm going to bring up the potential. Please be there. Please be there. Kostopoulos is still there. Good. So we're going to get, what's his name? Jackson Kostopoulos. There you go. So we got Kostopoulos, and we got Jackson Kostopoulos and Kurt Adams on the team. Sim options. Sim to user pick. Now it's time to take some guesses. Detroit wants to trade us. They want to drop back 3 places, or they want to move up 3 places. They want to move up 3 places. I already got Kostopoulos, so we're fine there. They want to move up 3 places, and I get a free 6th. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. Because right now, I mean, a medium elite backer, I'm not missing out on any of these players. I don't have anyone else uncovered. So that's fine by me. Getting some more draft picks for next season. All right, so now what we do is we take some shots here, boys. It's potential. So all these guys are 1-bar medium elites. We have another. Oh, I'm going to get this guy first, though. Yeah, low elites. Yeah, this guy Andronov, a center. So I got a center playmaker and 2 wingers, a 2-way forward and a sniper. Let's see this guy Andronov. No points, only 12 games played though. We're gonna see. You know what? I gotta show you guys this stuff. I just keep passing by it. Strengths, character, work ethic, maturity, weaknesses, skating, balance, face-offs. Low elite. He is neither here or there. Can struggle with his desire to win, but keeps his emotions in check. I guess that might have something to do if you leave morale on, right? So Andronov, welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks. Very good. Sim options, sim to user pick. All right, let's fly through this now, shall we? We're pretty deep into this video. Actually, no, we're not. I don't know. We're like 40 minutes in, 35 minutes in, something like that. So let me go once again to potential. We're just going to take some guesses here, all right? All these medium elite potential players, this is what I'm going for. So don't need defenseman, offensive defenseman. No, we want forwards here. So let's see, 100. 98 would be the next guy, but he's low elite. Yeah, we're just up here in the top. There's only 5 players. So 171, these guys first, 100. So Lynn... I can actually take a look at their stats. 22, no points. Boulain, nothing. Latamaki, nothing. All these guys are kids playing in men's league, all the Europeans, so you can't even take a look at their stats. I already got a sniper. You know what? An offensive defenseman. Latamaki, I'm going to grab him right now. I wouldn't mind an offensive defenseman, just in case if he becomes medium elite, that's going to be nice. I know we already have some defensemen, but, you know, take a chance there. Everyone else is a winger, so... these guys will be left, and I can pick up a few of them. Might get lucky here. So medium elite, Mettinen, Pokinen, Vatanen. Well, these guys are both medium elite, so let's go. They're both fantastic Finns. This guy's 20. This guy's 18. I'll go with youth. Mettinen. The guy who's older might actually have a better overall, but still, sim pick. All right, so there's the Buffalo Sabres. Next up, the Chicago Blackhawks. So we have 2 pretty close picks right here. I'll be able to pick up that other fantastic Finn. All right, so we're picking up Americans and Finnish players here for the Chicago Blackhawks. Pukinen. All right, welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks. Very good. Sim to user pick. So what round are we in? We're still in the 4th round. Look at all these picks that we have in the 4th round right now. So I got tons of defensemen. I got wingers. If there's a center somewhere, I wouldn't mind grabbing. Oh, I got that. I did get that one center. You know what? Low elite. I'm taking a chance here. Tiro Vatanen. Another fantastic Finn sniper. I'm taking a chance. Remember, it's not just about what we need. It's about getting lucky with players with really good potential, which means really good trade value. And we can flip those guys for guys who can help out veterans like Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews right now, right? So, yeah, we're basically done the elite players. Next up, we have a high top 6 grinder center, Mason Primo. You know what? I'm going to try that out. Why not? He might be a great penalty killer for us. A great 4th line center. Why not? Sim to user pick. Okay, so we got some. The Columbus Blue Jays, Detroit, once again, they want to move up 15 picks in the 5th round, and they're going to give me a 7th rounder this season. So sure, accept trade. I'm getting Detroit's just giving me extra draft picks right here. I don't mind dropping back a little bit. That's fine by me. Might be able to find that gem Datsuk somewhere in here, even though the gem thing didn't light up. that Nesterov guy is not bad, but we have some nice medium top 6 2-bar players here. So Jacobson, you know what? Power forwards. I don't have any power forwards just yet. This guy, just like the grinder that we just drafted, he could be on the 4th line right wing position, someone who creates a lot of turnovers and we can trust defensively. Sim to user pick. We're still in the 5th round. All right, so the New Jersey Devils, they want our 5th rounder for 2 picks next year. I'm going to decline that trade because it's all about this year. I need to take as many shots at the prospect pool as I can so that we can get lucky and get some nice trading assets here to turn this team around, man, because no wins in the freaking playoffs. That is unacceptable. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick up this goaltender right now, Camden Watt. He's got the 4-bar medium starter, so we know exactly what he is. Let's just pick him up. We only have Corey Crawford as our goaltender, and he's looking like he's going to retire pretty soon. Sim to user pick. I'd say he's only got like 1-2 more top years left, and then I don't know how long he decides to stay in the NHL at low 80s, high 70s overall. So let's continue to sort by potential and just take some shots in the dark here. Medium top 6, yep, that's going to work out for me. Left wing, 18 years of age from the SHL, Carl Jacobson. Welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks. Which round are we in now? We are in round number 6. All right, so I think I have 2 6s and 2 7s, unless one of them that I picked up from the, what's it called, the Detroit Red Wings is still to come. I can't remember. Been making too many trades. Top 4. All right, so we got another medium top 6. Yeah, I'm going to take, you know what, Tarnstrom, he's going 168. I can pick up Chizowski after that. So we'll go Tarnstrom, another offensive defenseman. Oh, and we have back-to-back picks right here, so that's perfect for me. All right, so there you go. And let us pick up... Come on now, game. Don't slow down on me now. Chizowski, low top 4 grinder. Nah, we'll go with the two-way forward, sure. Because all these guys, even if they don't, like, if they're not good players, then pick a player type that will benefit you in the bottom 6, right? So that's 2 picks from next year, but I also pick up 1 for this year. Yeah, I'll accept that trade. Sure, no problem. Next up, what is this? The 7th rounder. So I think I got 2 or 3 now. Fuck. Every team is offering me trades. So potential. Is there any more decent potential? We got a low top 4. Yeah, that's the last good one. Nestorov. Low top 4. Everything else is basically just a shot in the dark. So sim to user pick. So I'm going to take shots in the dark with goaltenders here. Okay, I think I have, this is either my last or second last pick. Goaltender, Salmonen. 19 years of age. Just going to grab him. See if we get lucky there. And last but not least, let's see if we can get another goalie. I'll just sort by goalies just to get it done quick. Goaltenders, Antilla. Let me find somebody with unknown. There you go. This guy's got an unknown. Boom. Select him, 18 years of age. All right. So I think that is the year 1 NHL entry draft. Welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks organization. All of you, Adams, Kostopoulos, Andronov, Latamaki, Mettinen, Pukinen, Vatanen. Look at all these Finns, man. Inns, Primo, Pierce, Watt, Jacobson, Tarnstrom, Chizowski, Nestorov, Salmonen, and Seven. All right. So I'm hoping that just a handful of those players are either NHL ready by year 3 or trade bait for us for year number 2, okay? So I like that. I like what I see right there. That's good. And also Brent Seabrook, thank you very much for your time, but he has been traded to the Florida Panthers to free up that close to $7 million. And we also picked up Pajot. So the following scouts have expired contracts on your team. Don't worry about that. I'm going to let the scouts go. You sign the scouts in free agency, so I'm just going to let those ones go, and then I'll just sign the ones that I want, okay? So, normally for the contracts, I would skip this part, but we have a lot to do, and I want to know, hang on a second here. What about the potentials? Do they show? No, they still don't show. So I don't know what Kostopoulos' overall is. That's rough. Do you guys like that in these GM mode commentaries? I'm not going to say I like it or not. I gotta keep just a consistent... consistent face right here when it comes to it, because it's new and we have to work with it. I like it in the sense that it makes you as a GM have to work more. You got to scout these players, you got to uncover, but at the same time I want to know how good these rookies are that I just drafted, right? But then again, you can't just save and go into the game, find the right rookies, and then leave and come back in. So it's I could see it going both ways. You guys chime in. What do you think about this new system, the Fog of War? So we're going to start between the posts here. I'm going to clean up this roster, all right? So Corey Crawford, keeping. I'm just going to friggin' just machine gun through this boy, so you got to keep up. Groznik, I know I don't want him. Release. Delia, AHL starter. I know I don't want him. Releasing. Gravel, backup, not signing. Salmonen, not signing. Sivan, I don't know. Watts, he was American, and he's 18, so I'm going to sign him, get him as a backup in the AHL, start growing him. All right, there's the goaltenders taken care of. Next up, defenseman. Duncan Keith. Ruta. Now, Ruta, 80 overall, 28 years of age, but he doesn't want a contract extension, which means I'd have to overpay him. And he wants, no, he's going to go because free agency is there and I can find a better defenseman than Ruta. He was a defensive defenseman. Wouldn't mind keeping him, not overpaying for him. Joakim Ryan. Yes, I want this guy back if I can get him on a really good deal. Yes, I can. We're going to keep everything to a 1 year just until I find the players that I want. We're not going to strangle ourselves cap-wise. Gustafson. Oh, I wanted to trade Gustafson. He's somebody that I got to get off the team. I remember because I think we're going to end it in free agency because I'd like to show you guys who's available so we can all chime in. Gustafson, remind me in the next video to trade his $1.2 million off the team. Dahlstrom, All right, we're going to get him back. Oh, can I give him a two-way deal? Yes, I can. Beautiful. All right, so let's go. 1 year, 8.50 for Dahlstrom. Forsling, same thing. If I can get him on a two. No, one. Yep, that works. All right, so a 1 year, two-way deal. All right, so they can play in the AHL or be injury players for us. Davidson, no, he is exact 7th. Galvis, medium top 6. Yeah, he's already 70. What was it? 75 overall at 20. This guy could be a decent little player for us. Bachvist and Tuola. No, Yokoharju. So this is what I mean about the defensemen, boys. Bachvist and Yokoharju. I mean, these guys, once they become NHL ready, we got some reinforcements on the way. This is why I needed the forwards. Campbell, AHL top 4. Get the hell off my squad. Hillman, AHL top 2. Get the hell off my squad. We ain't got any room for you. Norrell, saying join your friggin' AHL buddies in the free agency list. Bedouin, we're going to get him signed if he's AHL eligible. We're going to get him some ice time. Lavinen, AHL top 2. No, cleaning up this roster here in Chicago. Not having any of these bums and hacks playing for us. All right. Stan Bowman, I mean, he did a good job, but he got complacent. It's time to revamp this squad. Now, Latamaki, I don't know if I need to sign these guys. I don't know how that works because he's got the elite. I just drafted him, but I don't want him to go with the AHL if he's not ready. So, and Nestorov, low top 4. What do I do here, boys? You guys got to chime in and let me know. Medium top 4. I'm not going to sign them right now because I don't want too many players under contract because that would hinder my abilities in free agency. So we'll go up to right wingers. Esdil, 24, 74 overall. Yeah, can I get him back? Yep, 1 year, two-way. That's exactly what I want. Malata, no, AHL top 6. Get the hell off my team. AHL top 6. Entwistle, whistle your ass home. From, where are you from? Okay, you can stay. There you go. 1 year, 0.7. That's fine by me. Nordgren. Yeah, he could play in the AHL. Once they hit 60s, unless you have like a lot of other players that you want to focus on, I'll throw him on the AHL squad, get him some ice time. Metnin, Pierce, don't know about these guys, so we're not going to sign them just yet. Left wingers. Brennan Lepsic, yes, we want these guys back. Even if they don't end up playing to the end of the season, I traded for these mid 20, high 70, low 80 overall players who have good advanced analytics. Same thing with Reed Boucher. We can use him to score some goals depth-wise or just play in the AHL, all right? Sakura, AHL top 6, 27 years of age. Get the hell off my team. Adams, low elite. Kurt Adams. We want to sign Kurt Adams. He was our first pick, and he's American, so he can play in the AHL. We want him playing. Chazowski, no clue about these players. Kostopoulos and Adams are both playing in the AHL this year, so you are signed. We'll have to see how good they are. Polkinen, Vatanen. All right, so that's all the left wingers. Centers now. Nick Schmaltz. All right, so let's see what we do for Nick Schmaltz. How many years do you want? 4 years. Okay. What's, oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I'll skate. No, let's leave it on centers. What's Taves and Kaner's contract? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more years. So that's the contract length I don't want to go above. So Schmaltz, you get 4 years. That's perfect. So let's go 4 years at 3.850. Try to save a little bit of money there. All right. Kruger. Do I want Kruger back? How much does he want? 1.5. Bottom 6. What kind of stats did he put up this season? Hang on. 6 goals, 15 assists, minus 16. Doesn't take penalties. That's not bad. What about takeaways, giveaways? Oh, hell no. No. He plays like an offensive player. I don't need that. I need guys with more takeaways than giveaways in the bottom 6. No, thank you. Martinson, AHL top 6. Get off my team, you bum. Lewis, 73 overall, medium top 9. Yeah, he can play in the AHL. I'll offer him a contract, 1 year, two-way deal. Schroeder, no, he can be cut. He's a little bit too old. Can bring him back if we need to fill up the team, but for right now, no thank you. Sakura, medium top 6. He's a little old. I don't know if he's going to grow, but we'll give him a chance. 1 year deal, two-way. Johnson, AHL top 6. No, there you go. Get the hell out of here. Kurashev. Nope, not going to sign you. Soderland, yeah, you could play in the AHL. We got a lot of medium top 9 players here, so we got to develop these guys. And then Andronov, we definitely want to sign Andronov because he's got that guaranteed low elite. And he'll probably be the center for Kostopoulos and Kurt Adams down there in the AHL. And Primo, I don't know about Primo, so we're just going to leave him because he's in the CHL. All the CHL guys, I know you don't have to sign because they'll still get ice time. The The Europeans and the Americans, though, I'm not sure. So I think that is everything, goaltenders. Yep. So let us advance a day, get a little bit closer to free agency, and see if everyone is coming back without any problems here. I think we're going to have a lot of cap space going into free agency this year, boys. So Esdell has accepted our offer. Schmaltz has accepted our offer. Sakura, Ryan, Boucher, Lepsic, Dahlstrom, Forsling, Lewis, Bedwin, Soderlund, Nordgren, Galvis, Fromm, Andronov, Adams, Watt, Kostopoulos. Everyone decided to come back with the Chicago Blackhawks. Good. So we had no problems here. So let's go back to free agency. I'm going to have to... Whoa, what did I click on right there? Not back to free agency. Back to the re-sign stage. Where am I? There you go. Go to contracts. I want to... Yeah, I'll get the scout signed in this video. And then we won't advance a day. Yeah, okay. So I'm just thinking out loud. Like I told you guys, you wouldn't be able to keep up. Just rapid fire here. I usually cut this stuff out, but for anyone new, I just want to show you what it looks like in NHL 19. All right. So everyone is signed. We got everyone taken care of. Perfect. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, salary cap's 80.5, projected spend 60. So my cap space right now is 19.5 million. If Seabrook was still on the team, we'd be somewhere around 12 or 13. So that's big. I mean, that's two marquee players. That's two guys at $9 million. Now we want to fill up the team. We don't want to just bring in two guys. But still, that's really good. And contracts, we have 41 out of 50. So that's why I don't want to sign all those young players, because I want roster spots. Once we have the roster spots, then I can sign them. But what do you do with players that you don't know potentially wise, boys? Do you sign them? What do you do with these guys? Do you have to scout them? You guys let me know for the next video, because I want to know if they're medium elite so that we can trade them with the trade value. So let me know, boys, what you think about that. And cap space. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what do we need? We're going to need a backup. Corey Crawford, let's just say he's our goaltender for next year. If there's no goalie out there that we can grab, Crawford is our goalie. We're going to need a backup, all right? Defenseman, Keith. And then after that, it drops off. Now, we have a bunch of guys who may grow. Sebastian Aho, Dahlstrom, Forsling, Bachvis, Yokoharju. Our blue line's looking a little bit weak, but we can always sign a few free agents and also make a trade, all right? And I'm hoping that Yokoharju and Bachvis get a little bit of a growth for next season. So blue line, we could use 2 top 4 defensemen at least, all right? Forwards, let's see. We got Kane. Wait, I'm just going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Pajot now, and he's only got that 1-year deal, so it works out with everything. 9, 10, 11, 12. You're getting a little bit down there. So I'd say up to, let's say up to Pajot, I'm comfortable. So it's 8. How many centers we got? Let's see our center core. Taves, DeBrincat, Schmaltz, 1, 2, 3. We could use a bottom 6 center. We could use a first line left winger. The second line could still be Sod, Schmaltz, and DeBrincat. And the third line could be Pajot, Yarncroc, and a really good, like a left wing power forward or two-way forward. So I could use a third or fourth line center and a third or fourth line left winger. And maybe a first line left. Yeah, there's a lot we could grow. There's a lot we could go after. We could trade. I mean, it's one step at a time here, boys. So with that being said, let us take the big step in Simta free agency. Now, who's available? Who's going to be available? There's a lot of players out there. I saw the potential free agents. The following scouts have not been renewed. Don't worry about that. I'll renew them next time. Pro Scout is on the line. Just FYI, I have updated your trading block, blah, 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 based on your scout needs and all that nonsense. Okay, so we're at free agency. First things first, I'd also like you to remind me to sign the scouts in the next video. The first things first, I've got to get the scouts. I only have 14 scouts out of 20 right now. I want to make sure... I'm really going to focus on scouting the Pro League this year, both the NHL and the AHL, because I've got to figure out the fog of war for the NHLers so we can make some trades, right? And now that the year 1 draft has happened, they're going to put a lot of these players in the AHL, so I've got to figure it out. So what should we do with the scouting, boys? All right, you let me know, but also remind me to go out and sign 6 extra scouts. There you go. It's the damn T, man. Let me know. And remind me so that we can take care of that, so we can uncover the rest of the NHL for next season. But here comes the big moment. Free agency. We have $20 million. We're a team that would definitely be valuable to certain free agents, all right? A destination hotspot. Who is available? All right, hang on a second. Let me just go to UFA. So we have Mark Stone. We have Artemi Panarin. Bring him back home to Chicago. Patty Kane hasn't been the same since Artemi Panarin left. Bring back Panarin. Take a look at his stats here, boys. 19 goals, 35. Not a lot of great points this year. A lot of shots, though. 225. Shooting percentage was a little bit low. Takeaways to giveaways, though. Yeah, he can be trusted defensively. I did say I needed a first line left wing, right? Panarin, Taves, and Kane, and then DeBrincat, Schmaltz, and Saad. Yarncroc, Pajot, and then you get a third line left wing, and then you beef up the defensive core a little bit. But I like that Panarin. And how much does he want? Is that $7 million? Oh my God. I could go, I'll just give him 7 years. Yeah, you're worth it. I'll give you 7 years at, he only wants 6.5. I'll go 7 years at 7. I'll go 7 years at $8 million just to make sure that 7.5, just to make sure. Because we don't know how good he is. But I know he's good. He's Artemi Panarin. I know he's good. There's also Jeff Skinner. I like Panarin. I like Panarin the best here. It makes sense. Come home, baby. Jordan Eberle, Matt Duchene, but we don't need a center anymore. That's a little bit too good for us. Brassard's a little bit too good. Let me go to centers here. We did need a bottom 6 center. Joe Thornton. But I'm thinking more of like a Dzingel, Filppula, like not Jason Spezza. Somebody who's good defensively. I think Pajot could be our third line center. So we need a fourth line center. Then we can get Panarin. We could get like Yanni Gourde for the third line left wing spot. Or Carl Hagelin or something like that. What kind of right wingers are available? Gustav Nyquist, Silverberg we could get for the third line. I mean, there's a lot of players that we could link with Pajot and Yarncroc on the third line. And then defensemen, the blue line. You got Zdeno Chara, Jake Gardiner. I think I'd want Jake Gardiner. He simulates real well. If he still simulates the same. 10 goals, 21 assists, 31 points, 53 penalty minutes. Let's see his takeaways. Yeah, I mean, he's offensive, so that's why he's going to have giveaways, but defensemen always, are going to be tough with the takeaways and giveaways, but he blocks shots, and he hits, and he creates offense. This would be the replacement for Brent Seabrook, so I'd like to get my hands, and how much does he want? 4.6? I'd give him a 4-year deal, just like Taves and Kaner, and give him like $5.5 million. So you're only up to like 12 mil there with Jake Gardiner and Artemi Panarin. You get Gardiner and Tyler Myers, Strawman, Bouwmeester. I'd like to get Jake Gardiner and Tyler Myers and Artemi Panarin after all that freeing up a salary cap. And goaltenders, we got Sergei Bobrovsky. Ooh, 93 overall. All right. Now, what did I say in the beginning of this video? I believe that the real-time simulation is far more not realistic, but dependent upon the players and the roster that you have. It's not so random anymore. A guy like Sergei Bobrovsky, 93 overall goaltender, is going to play well no matter what. 925 save percentage, 226 goals against. Even though he didn't have a great season, it's the team around him. His stats are not going to hurt. And the playoff stats, let's see, 18-19, only played 7 games. Ooh, a 896 save percentage in the playoffs. That's not good. Goals against 3. 7 games played. Yikes. All right, how much does he want? He wants $8.250 million. Okay, so this is just me spitballing right here. If you trade away Corey Crawford, you free up another $6 million. So we're up to like $25 million of cap space. You could sign Bobrovsky, Gardiner, Myers, that's 10, 18, and yeah, you could sign Bobrovsky, Myers, Gardiner, and Panarin for next season, boys. No problem. Because I could trade away Corey Crawford, get some value for Corey Crawford, so I could turn Corey Crawford into some depth for us, and build up the blue line, so you'd have Keith Gardiner and Tyler Myers. Then the other 3 spots are your younger players that you're bringing up. And the forward core with Panarin, the top 6 would be lethal, and the bottom 6, I mean, the third line's coming around, the fourth line's not there just yet, but Bobrovsky is going to make up for us defensively. We get Panarin, and we are going to score goals. So I think, you know what, Bobrovsky is the most valuable here. If I got to choose 2 out of the 4 I just chose, Bobrovsky first and then Panarin. But we need our blue. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. We got Sergei Bobrovsky. We got a bunch of blue liners. Now with Bobrovsky, it also makes Corey Crawford tradable. So we could trade Crawford for a young defenseman who's already 83, who's not quite making $4 million just yet. And then we could get Panarin and just fill up the bottom 6 with all of our top 9 AHLers who are coming up. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there, boys. A nice long video. We took the draft very seriously. I want to ask you a few questions. The scouts, let me know. What about free agency? Let me know. The trades, Seabrook for Pajot. Oh, no, it wasn't Pajot. Seabrook to Florida, and then Pajot, the drop down from our first rounder to get a second rounder. The draft picks that we had, and also the Fog Awards. You guys like that or not? Anything and everything. Let me know. And in the next video, we will sign the free agents and take the Blackhawks into year number 2. See you guys there. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Hernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.